of all, we are starting from the very basics. I know some of the students it's a repetition, but repetition is the way we can do well. Okay. So first we will start with vectors. Okay. First we will start with before starting with vectors, let me tell you how it goes. Okay. See, in civil engineering, this comes in civil engineering. If you see, it comes in structures or structural engineering. Okay, structural engineering part it comes. Okay, and then although the number of marks for mechanics, what we are doing mechanics now. Okay, for the whole mechanics in civil engineering, it will be 2 to 6 marks that comes in gate. 2 to 6 marks comes in gate out of 100 marks. Okay, but this is the fundamental subject. This mechanics is the fundamental subject. The understanding of mechanics helps you in fluid mechanics. It helps you in geotechnical. It helps you anywhere in your structural. Obviously, it will help you. Okay, so this is the basic subject. On the basic subject, we take more number of hours. Although the number of marks which comes is less, we see that basics are clear among our students first and foremost. Okay, next one, in mechanical also same thing. Okay, mechanical also this comes under mechanics and design. Okay, design engineering. Okay, it comes under design engineering. Okay, mechanics and design engineering it comes. Okay, and this similar to our civil, it also comes for 2 to 6 marks, sometimes 2 marks, sometimes 6 marks. Okay, gate we cannot say anything. Okay, this is what happened till now. Okay, we cannot say what will happen this time. Okay, this time it may come for 8 marks, 10 marks, don't know. Okay, so gate is one of the unpredictable exams where we cannot predict how much marks a particular subject will come. Okay, let me see again, students. Okay, I just keep on seeing this so that if somebody has missed getting the link. Okay, so that is one of the things. Okay, so we will start directly with the basics. Okay, what is vector? Okay, what is a vector? So we are going with vector algebra cum mechanics. Algebra cum mechanics. And here, students, we are not giving you any study materials. Okay, study materials in the sense written notes. Okay, we will not give you typed notes. We will not give you. Okay, why we don't give you? One of the reasons is we have not typed it yet. First thing. Okay, second thing is that even if it is typed, okay, I have seen previously I had given some printed material that is in 2018, 19 for 2019 gate. I had given that, and I had seen my results had plummeted like anything. Okay, the reason why result has plummeted is once you get a written material, people don't study. Okay, they just read. There is a difference between reading and studying. Okay, when you write with your hand, you study. When you don't write with your hand, you don't study. Simple and straight. Okay, see, always in understanding, or when you have to understand engineering, one of the things we have to write is one things we have to do is write always. If you don't write, you don't understand. You cannot read engineering. You have to study engineering, and studying engineering comes by writing. That is why the person who is going slow, who is going steady, okay, who is taking time in a particular topic, okay, will score high in gate. Okay, the person who feels okay, I let me solve this. Initially when you start, they will say, let me solve this problem within 2 minutes, let me rush into the problem. Wrong approach. You cannot rush into a conceptual problem. Okay, so first of all, the way is first concepts. Get the concepts right. First of all, get the concept right, understand everything out of it, and it takes time. Give that time, give that time to understand the concept. Okay, not everybody will be fast. Somebody will be fast, somebody will be slow, but the person who is slow, he will generally clear gate. Okay, this is what I have seen. Okay, first, give concept time. Second thing is remember concepts. Remember, reproduce. See whether you can reproduce the concept. Okay, so once the concept is concept is known to you, see, close your eyes and see whether you can imagine the concept. Can you imagine the formula? Does the formula can come in front of your mind? Okay, without by hearting. By hearting will happen. Okay, by hearting has to be done. Okay, not that by hearting should not be done, but by hearting should not be done without understanding the concepts. Simple and straight. Again, I will tell you, by hearting is required, and that is the reason you have to do your formula sheets. Very important to have formula sheets. Okay, now if you consider your notes, how should you write your notes? One of the way you can write the notes is write on books, different books, one book for one subject, another book for another subject. Like that you have 10 books. Okay, that is one way of going. Other way of going is going and writing with A4 size sheets. Okay, make a small you say, you can make a margin. Okay, because margin is required, because you are going to file it. Okay, make a margin, keep on writing. Okay, and file it. Filing, you can use a clip jump pin also to file, or 3 or 4 pages. Once you finish a topic, put a stapler. Okay, if you don't put a stapler, it will go somewhere else. Okay, 4 or 5 pages, one topic, one class, one. You can write the class date. Okay, and that class date you can staple it. Okay, and you can put it in a box file, or you can put in a folder also. Okay, simple folder is there. Okay, where you don't have to punch it, because when you punch it, it's gone. Okay, so without punching, if you can keep in a slot or something like that, or even if you can keep in a drawer. Okay, what you do, you can put 2 or 3 pins here and put in a drawer. Okay, that's also possible. Okay, so that way you can do and make the notes, because again and again when you see the notes, you can actually take only 3 papers and study a concept. Okay, see, one of the things which one of our students have done, I will show you the notes. Okay, this is the notes done by one of our old student. Okay, Dikshit. Okay, so here I will show you on this one. So one of the student, Dikshit, has done it. Okay, I recommend on writing on sheets of paper, but I don't recommend doing in terms of these box files. Okay, I will show you the notes. Okay, okay. Observe here, students. I think you are able to see the notes, correct? I'll just see, just a second, students. 1 second. Let me see what you are seeing. Okay, see, this is the type of notes we have. Okay, see, he has written the notes this fashion. I will take this one a bit higher. Okay, see here, students, these are the notes which we have done. This is how the notes will be. Okay, now instead of having it in this fashion, observe the fashion here. Okay, so if you see the fashion, the way the notes is done. Okay, this way if you write it. Okay, the number of this kind of two what you say, 2 notes has been completed. That means for the whole thing to be completed, you need 2 these kind of box files. Okay, this is, say, you see here, stresses on an inclined plane is written. Okay, so this is a similar way we are going with the topic. Okay, so, and we give you time to write the notes, very important. Okay, notes in the class only we go slow, so you have time to write the notes. Okay, all these things he has written in the class itself, not anywhere else. Okay, because 8 hours a day we have class, so you cannot do not have time to say later on I will write the notes. No time for that. Okay, you can only read the notes, no writing the notes. Writing the notes is in the class itself. See, observe. So he has been able to write this neatly because there is time. Okay, in the class itself there is time. Okay, so like this is one part of his topic. Okay, see here, riveted joints is there, which is both for mechanical and civil engineering. Okay, steel structures, it comes in steel structures for civil engineers and machine design for mechanical engineers. So he has been able to write this in the class itself. I have taken the Xerox of these notes. Okay, so that is how you have to write the notes. Make it neat. Okay, go slow. Okay, engineering is always about going slow and not rushing into the topic, and a remembrance. Make sense, students? So everywhere we are going in this fashion. This is one of the notes. This way another topic at another this big notes will be completed. Okay, so this is the size of one class, one notes. Okay, so I have taken it a lot of time, so it is a bit on this one. This is the notes, one notes, observe. Okay, so this way, so if you take a bundle of A4 size sheets, 2 sheets will be two bundles will be completed. Okay, such kind of two bundles will be completed. Make sense? Okay. Just a second. Okay, any doubts here, students, till now? Any doubts you have, students? Okay, I hope you understood. Yeah. I hope you understood how to write the notes. Okay, so when you write notes like that, you will get the concepts right. Okay, and always keep in mind, engineering is about slowness. Okay, you have to have a speed, but speed comes naturally. You cannot rush to the speed. Hurrying is not speed. Okay, going slow concept, and for telling one thing I repeat 2 or 3 times. Okay, why? Because we are being given a wrong notion that engineers are very intelligent people. Okay, so the only intelligent people can do engineering. Very wrong notion. Okay, the people who have thinking, who have creativity, okay, can do better engineering. Okay, the person who are street smart, for them it is engineering, they will not succeed, they will not go to a higher up. Okay, only street smart. In addition to street smart, you have to have perseverance. Okay, you have to have patience, you have to go slow, you have to dive into each and every concept, see whether you have understood or not. Okay, do not think you have understood just because you have scored good marks. Okay, marks is different, understanding is different. GATE tests that engineering understanding. That is the reason most of our engineers in our local engineering college never clear GATE. 1 or 2 people out of hundreds of people clear. Why that happens? Because all the engineering colleges wants to show that they do something great, which is not on the earth. Correct? They want to show that we do FEM, we do all the machine learning and all those things. They will say top. Okay, they will say machine learning in civil engineering, machine learning in mechanical engineering. Then some other things comes tomorrow. Some space learning comes. Some support. I see. Okay, some new concept come. They will put everything in every topic, which is not necessary. Mechanical civil has a great scope. Okay, it is not like civil engineer. It is not like our software engineering, where you get pink slip when you go to the middle level management. Okay, if you get into public sector units do not have any vacancy for computer science. Okay, public sector units, not all of them, most of the vacancies for mechanical. Second big vacancy is for civil engineering. Okay, then comes electrical, then comes electronics. That's how it goes. Okay, similar way in government jobs also, similar way. Okay, maximum in government job it is not similar. Civil engineering has the most amount of jobs. Okay, in government jobs, whether you take PWD, whether you take ESC, okay, whatever. Second comes mechanical, third comes electrical, fourth comes electronics. Okay, no computer science in generally our government jobs. If you see government of computer science jobs, 95% jobs are for all these four engineers. Okay, there might be 30 or 35% of civil engineers, around 25% of mechanical, rest 20% maybe of electrical and electronics, and their telecommunications also comes. Okay, yes, students. Okay, any doubts here? Tilakraj has come. Tilakraj has not come. You call him and tell. Patena did not. Okay, okay. 1 second. I will send to Tilakraj, has not yet got. One second. JNF. Oh, 1 second. Got. Antar Anpete. Okay, gone. Call consent Pete. Okay, fine, students. Okay, so let us go further. Okay, so now let us. Any doubts here on this? On till now, any doubts here? No, right? Okay, I told you how to write notes, how to learn first concepts. Yeah, and one more point: there is no afterwards doubt clearance. Doubt clearance has to happen in the class. Okay, Afterwards, if you call also, I will answer, not that I will not answer. Okay, but generally see that you will clear your doubts in the class itself. Okay, we will not say that see our class timing is there, we have to complete the syllabus, that's why we will not answer your question. No way. Okay, if your doubts are not cleared, we have to answer in the class itself. And things are informal, simple. Okay, there is one golden rule always in excellence, that you have to be simple. Okay, if in simplicity you have everything. Okay, the concepts are there in simplicity only. Okay, if you see all the high rise, when you go for any big places, you will see one of the main thing what is there is simplicity. If you come to smaller places or middle level organizations, there is extravagance. Okay, don't fall for extravagance, don't fall for glamour. Okay, simplicity is the most sought after as well as the strongest virtue. Okay, so we are going with very simple things, no much extravagant. Okay, so questions has to be done, you have to imagine the concepts. Okay, so let us go further, students. Okay. Any doubts here? No, right? Okay. Now let us go with vector algebra. What is vectors? Okay, yes. What is a vector, students? Generally, whenever people say what is a vector, they say vector has both magnitude and direction. Correct? Scalar has only magnitude. But there is one small trouble here. All the quantities that have magnitude and direction are not vectors. Correct? Example, angle. Angle has both magnitude and direction. Correct? Angle has both magnitude and direction. If you say this is, say, I will say it is 60 degree. I have not measured it. Okay, it is 60 degree. So if I say this is the datum here, this is 60 degree, I say. Okay, now I can say 60 degree, which direction? I can say always this is rotated in anti-clockwise direction in 60 degree. I can say that. Okay, I can say 60 degree counterclockwise. Okay, I can say 60 degree clockwise. I can say that. So this shows the magnitude. Correct? This shows the magnitude and this shows the direction. Correct, students? But angle is not a vector. But angle is not a vector. The reason why angle is not a vector is because, okay, because it is not commutative. It is not commutative. It is not commutative when added using, when two quantities, when two it is not commutative when two angles are added by using vector addition. Vector addition, that is parallelogram law. How does that happen? Let us see. Okay, for example, see, I am using this book Shames. Okay, this is my 2004. I have bought this book. This is what I use for my classes. Okay, and if you start reading by yourself, I will tell your students, you will close the book. Okay, within around say reading 3 or 4 pages, you will close the book. Okay, why? Because you'll feel it's high level. There is a lot of explanations. So without my help, it is very difficult to read this book. But for your reference, I'm telling you, I'm referring this book. Okay. Now, after I teach you from this book, okay, then this book seems very easy. Okay, and all the other books seems very ordinary. Okay, very simple, and lot of wrong concepts also you may find. Okay, there is this book. There is another book called vector mechanics for engineers by Ferdinand Beer. That also I'm going to use. Okay, but now for the simple one, for starting, I'm using this. Okay, and all your basic concept will be clear. Okay, now let us understand this mechanics. Okay, so I'm taking this another book here. Okay, so now let us first, okay, let me draw it. Okay, write this down, students. I will explain you this concept in the next slide. Tell me when you're finished writing. Okay. Always the things has to go like this. First I say a slide, I wait for you to write. Okay, and while you write, I will talk all the what you say worldly things. Okay, I will give you knowledge about what are the different things happening all over the world. Okay, in the sense, not news, not politics, about engineering. What are the scope is there? I will give you gyan during this time. At that time, you have to keep your ear only on what I'm saying, and you have to write what is there in the slide. Okay, and when you complete, you have to say, "Sir, we have completed." Okay.
Sir,
Yes, tell me.
sir, can you explain once again about the commutative?
I will tell
Like
you.
explain here.
I will tell you. I will explain you. I'll explain you. Next slide, I'll explain you. Okay. You just have to just write it down. That's it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Just write it down. I will explain you this last sentence. I'll explain. Today, next class, we will go with calculus. We will start with limits. Okay. And the people who join, I'll give you the link of the previous classes. Okay. In that, I have done simple lines, curves, points, how to say all those things. Okay. Those things I'll give you the video. Okay. That is not required for GATE. But the thing is that it's PUC topics. Okay. In March first batch, I have done that. But if I do it now, what will happen is it'll take more time. Okay. So we have to complete the syllabus as fast as possible, and most of you know it. Okay. So no point in doing that. But for your reference, if you are lacking in that topic, I'll give you the videos of that. Okay. In fact, that videos are available free of cost. I'm sorry. You don't have to do anything. Go to my Apex channel and you will get it free of cost. Don't have to buy. Okay. Apex YouTube channel is there. On that YouTube channel, first initial this one, you can give me a message later on. I'll give you the link. Okay. 1 week of classes are free of cost, even on YouTube, is it not? But there's always a difference between live classes and recorded classes. Because live classes, you can ask your questions. Students, another announcement, our Safa, okay, Alima Safa was our student last semester, last year for 2021. She has got into, she has got a seat in NIT Surathkal. Okay, she had cleared GATE, she had got a seat into NIT Surathkal. Okay, so 3 members now are placed. Okay, one person in IIT Kharagpur, one person in IIST, Indian Institute of Space Technology, which is run by ISRO. Okay, and this one, and Dikshit, who is whose notes I showed you. Okay, his MS got converted into PhD in IIT Madras. Okay, so we have good amount of people doing MTech and PhDs in IITs. Okay. Nitin Nayak is there? No, right? Anyhow, it is repetition for him, so that's why this way. Nitin Naik is there. I'm sorry. Yeah, welcome, Nitin. I did not see you. Okay. Tilak Raj did not join. No. Okay, fine. Okay. Yeah, students. Done. Very good. Okay. So now, next point. Okay. Now, what did I say? First of all, First of all, let us see how a coordinate system has to be set. Okay, so if you say coordinate system, I'll write this is x, this is y. Where should be z? Whether z should be in this direction or this direction. Which is the direction of z? If you want to know, what you have to do is you have to put your thumb, the index finger and the middle finger like this. Okay, and always your thumb represents x, your index finger represents y, and your middle finger represents z. Keep in mind always. Okay, when you see that, that is why we say right-handed rule. Okay, and this right-handed rule is very important in understanding vectors. Okay, so using this right-handed rule, we are putting x here, y here, and the z is in this direction. Very basics, very important. The z is in this direction. This is negative z. Make sense? Okay, this is negative x. This is negative y. Okay, now when we go like this, okay, let us take a particular book. Okay, let me keep the book over here. Okay, this book I am having here. I am explaining you about angle. Okay, so I'm having the book here, and then I'm putting here. This is a sheet of paper, or you can say anything, book or any sheet of paper. I'm keeping here. Okay, now let us understand rotation. Okay, now when you change the angle, you actually rotate. Correct. So let us take positive is counterclockwise rotation and negative is clockwise rotation. Let us have it. Okay, and rotation happens with respect to axis. Okay, with respect to an axis. Very important. Rotation always happens with respect to axis. Now, why do we say counterclockwise and clockwise? Why do we say clockwise is positive, counterclockwise is negative? Is another questions we will have. The answer to that is, see, whenever you hold your right hand and you have these fingers, okay, this thumb projects towards the direction of the axis, and these fingers that represents the direction towards rotation. Okay, so thumb rotation, this is positive rotation, this is negative rotation. Okay, positive rotation, negative rotation. Okay, so when you have to do positive rotation anti-clockwise, if you see here, the thumb is facing you. Okay, so how is the rotation? Rotation is anti-clockwise. Observe, that is why anti-clockwise with the right hand, not with the left hand. Okay, with the right hand, anti-clockwise rotation is positive. Okay, similar thing happens here. Okay, if you say with respect to z, positive rotation will be at this axis, like this. With respect to x, what is the positive rotation? Positive rotation happens like this. This is positive rotation. Correct. With respect to z, let me put it here. With respect to z, what is the positive rotation? This is the positive rotation. With respect to y, what is the positive rotation? This is the positive rotation. Make sense? This is very, very important to understand concept. First of all, we have to understand the basics properly. If the basics is not clear, your concepts will have some flaws. Okay, and later on you will feel something is difficult. Okay, especially the people, there are some people who come from diploma also. Okay, diploma students are actually good. Okay, and they are fed up with the fear of mathematics. Okay, mathematics is very easy. You don't have to fear it, you have to understand it. That's it. Okay, so I will take out that fear of mathematics from anybody. Okay, diploma people feel that they are weak in mathematics, but I know that even PUC students are weak in mathematics. Okay, they think that they are good in mathematics, but most of them are weak in mathematics. Okay, so now, yeah, any other? I think some doubt I have here. No. Okay. Okay. So now let me go further. What is that sound? Yeah, Aditya, you want to say something?
Sir, I didn't understand the topic you just told. Could you please repeat it?
Yes. What did you not understand?
How the direction, like how is it clockwise and counterclockwise? Like how is it positive?
Huh.
The thing.
I understand. See, you have to hold your thumb like this. Okay.
Yeah.
And the direction, your tip of the fingers shows the arrow. Okay. The arrow is like this. So the tip of the finger, this is the arrow. This is the direction. Okay. So if this is the thumb is the axis, the fingers represent the direction of rotation. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if it is x-axis, what you will do? You will keep the thumb in this direction, right thumb in this direction. You see your fingers will be in this direction. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, similar thing. If you want to find out the positive rotation with respect to y-axis, you have to keep the finger in the y direction and your sorry, your thumb in the y direction. Finger shows the direction of rotation. That is
Yes.
why it's called right-handed thumb rule.
Sir, there's one more. Clockwise is positive, right?
Clockwise is negative.
Negative. Okay.
Yes. Clockwise is positive in the left-handed mechanics.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
If you consider left-hand rules, then it is the other way around.
Yes, sir.
But generally, according to SI units, because we are using SI units nowadays, is it not? We are using SI units. Okay. In SI units, it is right-handed rule is taken always. Okay. So if it is not mentioned, it's always right-handed rule. But you may have landed in confusion because some of the textbooks shows for principal stresses they show clockwise is positive, is it not?
Yes, sir.
That is why you have landed in confusion. When we come there, I explain you why we take like that. Okay, but now the general rule is that clockwise is negative, counterclockwise is positive. Fine. Okay, now let us take this particular thing. Let us say a vector a. Let us assume angle is a vector. Okay, let us assume that angle is a vector. Let us assume that angle is a vector. Okay, so let us say a is a vector. Okay, so how can I say a is say 90 degree at an angle, sorry, 90 degrees this one with respect to x-axis. Okay, 90 degree with respect to x-axis, okay, and I can say like this. Okay, see, whenever we say an angle, how do we say an angle? How do we say a vector? A vector a can be written as axi plus ayj plus azk. Make sense? Okay, so let us say this is, let us assume this is wrongly assumed. Okay, but let us assume. Okay, ax is rotation with respect to x-axis. This we will say rotation with respect to y-axis, rotation with respect to y-axis, and so on. Okay, now let us define a as say 90. Okay, positive we are taking as counterclockwise, 90i, let us take it, and let us take b as say 90i, and say let us take 90j. We can do that, is it not? So a is a vector which is 90i plus 0j plus 0k, and this is 0i plus 90j. Let us explain like this. Okay, so now let us first say a plus b. Okay, so let us say a vector c is equal to a plus b. So what will it come? A plus b will come as 90i plus 90j generally. Okay, but let us not see like this. Okay, we will see here what happens to this particular plane. Okay, so this plane which is there here, okay, this plane which is there here, when you do 90-degree rotation with respect to I, this one, where it will come? It will come somewhere here. Make sense? Okay, I will use a separate ink. Okay, so it will come over here. 90-degree rotation, correct? So we are putting 90i. Then if I put 90j, how it will come? It will be here. Correct, students? So the final position is somewhere here, correct? This is 90i plus 90j, a plus b. Make sense? Okay. Now next I will use another color, and we will use, okay, Okay, now this is done. Okay, where it is there? It is there in this position. You observe the position is here. Okay, the position is over here. Observe. Okay, so now similar way, next one we will see D is equal to B plus A. Okay, if you do B plus A, what is B? 90 degree with respect to J. Let me use another color. Let me use green color here. Okay, dark green is better. Yeah, green color. Now if I consider B first, B is 90 degree with respect to y-axis, correct? So where is 90 degree with respect to y-axis? This has to be rotated 90 degree with respect to y-axis. What will happen? This will come here, correct? It will come over here, observe. Okay, it will be somewhere here, 90 degree with respect to y-axis. When you rotate, it will reach here. Make sense? Okay, and then 90 degree with respect to x-axis. When you rotate, it will reach over here. So this one will be B plus A. Make sense? B plus A. Okay. Now, when you say commutative, if commutative, okay, A plus B, vector A plus B should be equal to B plus A. Make sense? Okay, because here in this case, okay, in the angle A plus B is not equal to B plus A, this is not a vector. Okay, and so the vector definition is not that you have both magnitude and direction. Okay, in addition to having magnitude and direction, it should be commutative when added. Make sense? So we will change the definition of vectors in the next slide. Okay, then students, write this down. Have you understood this? Any doubts here? Write this down. Very simple. I know I'm going slow, but that is how you get the concepts. You will see how slowly and steadily we build the concepts. Okay. Any doubts here?
Yes, sir. Can you explain once again now C equal to A plus B angle?
Yeah.
How we have to
See here.
how
Yeah. When you consider C is equal to A plus B, when I say, okay, what I'm doing is I'm going, let me change the direction. We have used for that blue color, is it not? Let us use blue color. Okay, so now what I have done, I have gone from this place. Observe, this is the place here. Okay, so first of all, it was at this place here, this red color mark. Okay, so this red color mark here was the original position of the book. Okay, now when I go, I said A is equal to 90i, that is 90 degree with respect to x-axis. Okay, now I'll rotate this 90 degree with respect to x-axis. So what will happen? This will go over here, correct? This will go over here, 90 degree with respect to x-axis. I'm rotating, correct? So here what I'm doing, I'm going 90 degree with respect to x-axis. Make sense? Okay, and then next one, what is B? 90 degree with respect to j-axis. J-axis is here. What is 90 degree? Oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Okay, I made a mistake here, students. The mistake is that it should be other way around. Yes, my bad. Okay, so it should be here. Okay, 90 degree with respect to x-axis, y-axis will be here, correct? 90 degree positive, correct? So this is A plus B, correct? Ramakrishna wanted to show that, is it not? This is A plus B. Make sense? Which is equal to C, correct? In case it is not a vector, saying that C vector is wrong. Okay, but to explain, I'm using this. Fine. Similar way, if I consider 90 degree with respect to A is 90 degree with respect to I, what will happen? It will go over here, correct? Rotating with respect to x-axis. How it will be? I'm sorry. Here again mistake. Okay, this is a mistake here. Red color. This I'll change. And a mistake here. Okay. I've rushed into the concept here. Okay. So let me change it again. Good that you have thought like that. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. So now again we will go 90 degree with respect to x-axis. First what? Right, 90 degree with respect to y-axis. Correct? No? Yes. 90 degree with respect to y-axis. So this is rotated in this direction like this. correct? And then again it comes up this way. I think somebody is sending me some. Okay, Likit Raj Nagaraju. Yes, fine. Okay, Likita. Anyhow, okay, who's that? I admitted, right? I denied. Did I deny now? Don't know.
No, sir, you admitted.
I admitted. No. Okay, okay, okay. Sometimes when I'm in that this one, I may. Yeah, I admitted. But who is that person who came now? Likita, is it? It's okay. Fine. Don't worry. Okay. So what is happening here? You have a plus b is equal to b plus a. Let me see it again. I have a. I'm sorry, students. The first few days I have to do like this only. Okay, fine. Okay, Shiveja is saying he's attending some classes. Okay, fine. Okay. So is that clear, students? Okay. What is a vector? Is it clear? Okay. No doubts here. I can go move further. Okay. You've written this down. Write it down, students. So this one will be b plus a. So vector definition has to be changed now. What is vector now? Vector is the one which has both magnitude and direction and also follows commutative law of vector addition. The one which does not follow commutative law of vector addition is not a vector. Done, students? Can I go further? Hello? Respond, students. Say yes or no.
1 minute.
Yes, yes, that's
1 minute, so 1 minute.
and like this. See, you may feel this is very, very elementary what I am doing. Okay, but this elementary thing itself makes your concepts strong. What is the difference between a person who has low concept and high concept? The person who has high concept has his basics clear, simple and straight. Okay. Today I was talking to Aditya. Aditya is there in this class. Okay. So I was talking to Aditya. Okay. The thing is, see, when you go for bigger degrees, it is not important you get only big degrees. Okay. You can get, okay, you can get degrees. If you want to get, you can get degrees from Massachusetts. Okay. Provided you give money to them. Okay. Or there are some shortcut ways even to get into IITs. Okay. But the problem happens that if you don't know the basics, even if you pass out from IIT, you cannot do big. Simple and straight. Okay. Because at the end you have to go to industry. Okay. So if you have to be good, this basics has to be cleared. Okay. And somehow our education system now, okay, present, not the after the MEP is implemented, the things are going to change big time. Okay. But till now, whatever is there, okay, the education system is so rigid and not educating. Okay, we get high marks but no concepts. Okay, we cannot do simple things. A mechanical engineer cannot design even a shaft properly. Okay, he doesn't understand what is a stress. Okay, we will draw very, very big von Mises stresses. Okay, it is there for civil engineers also. Okay, so you draw nicely the stress profile in your FEM software, whether it is TAD Pro or whether it is our ANSYS. We draw nicely. Okay, then a person will ask, what is that? What is that stress? Okay, they say von Mises stresses. What is von Mises stresses? People don't know what is the answer. Okay, so here some of the students can answer now. Okay, around 4 or 5 students are there who can answer what is von Mises stresses. Okay, but those are important. I say, learning a software is easy. Learn a STAAD Pro software. It's easy. 2 months you sit, you will learn that software. But these concepts, it will take time. And you are an engineer because of this. Software clicking somewhere, seeing the manual and clicking and getting the answer, even a BSc student can do. Correct. And that's why software companies are now going towards BScs. And engineers are paid less nowadays. You see that? Even software companies, you say Infosys pays only 18,000 per month. Correct. 23 they say, but at the end it comes to around 18,000 per month. Correct. Previously, during my time, they were paying 35,000. It was in 2004. Pass out. I was 2004 graduate. Okay. They were paying 35,000. Okay. Yeah. Tell me when you finish, students. Okay.
Done, sir.
Yeah. Very good. Okay. Okay. I will send him the time later on. Okay. Done. Okay. Now, yes. Let us go next. Okay. Now write the definition for a vector. What's the definition for a vector? Let us see. Okay. So the definition of vector is a quantity, a vector is a quantity that has both magnitude and direction, and also, and in addition follows in addition is commutative when added vectorially. That is parallelogram law. Make sense, students? So vectors are that. Okay, there is another thing called tensors. I want to just introduce you that because we are talking about stress tensors and all those things. So let us introduce something called tensors. Okay, there is another quantity called tensor. Okay, what is a tensor? Tensor has, if you consider, okay, I will not explain you the whole thing. Just okay, just a feel of that. Okay, if you say, okay, I'll rub this. Yeah, if it is a tensor, okay, I'll use blue ink. That would be better. Okay, let me use blue ink. Okay, so your tensor, okay, tensor, okay, scalar is a zeroth order tensor. Zeroth order tensor. Okay, scalar is a zeroth order tensor. One, what do you say? One component it has. Only one component. Correct. It has only one component, which is magnitude. Right. Then vector is a first order tensor. Vector is a first order tensors. Okay. How many components? Two components. Correct. Next you have second order tensor. Second order tensor. And this second order tensor has 9 components. Okay. Then you have third order tensor is also there. Kronecker delta, it is called third order tensor. Fourth order tensor. Then it goes on. Okay. Fourth order tensor. When you go to quantum mechanics and all those things, they are much more higher things. Okay. Tensors are there. Okay. 9 components. Third order tensor has 27 components. This is 81 components. Till here only in mechanical and civil engineers has application. Okay. Ninth order tensor, second order tensor example is stress and strain. Stress and strain, if anybody asks you whether stress is a vector or a scalar, what will you answer? Most of you will answer it's a vector, or some of you will say it's a scalar. It is neither a scalar nor a vector. What is stress as well as strain? They are tensors. How many components it has? 9 components. Very important. Third order tensor, there is Kronecker delta which is there, but we will not talk about it. Fourth order tensor is elasticity. Elasticity tensor has fourth order because it relates stress versus strain. Okay, if you consider stress relates what? Stress relates force and area. Correct. Force is second order. Area is vector. Area, would say force is a vector. Area is a vector. Correct. So what you get, 9 components you get because there are 3 dimensions. Okay, with the 3 dimensions you get 9 components. Okay, how the things happens we will see when we go with strength of materials. Okay, we will see how, but anyhow the introduction I'll give you now itself. Okay, how stress is there. So this is one of the interview questions a lot of people ask, whether stress is a vector or a scalar. Okay, so if a person says vector, he's wrong. If he says it's scalar, he's wrong. Stress is a tensor. Okay, write this down and tell me when you finished. Elasticity is also a tensor.
Done, sir.
Done well. Okay. Tensor, what are the components of a tensor? Tensor is at, stress. Stress is at a point, keep in mind. When you say stress at a point is a tensor, right? So how do you put the stress in at a point? Stress tensor, sigma, you say. What is sigma stress tensor? It is sigma xx, tau xy, tau y, xz, correct? Tau xz, correct? Then you have tau yx, sigma yy, tau yz, correct? Then you have tau zx, tau zy, and sigma zz, correct? This forms the total stress tensor, and stress tensor will have both normal components of stress. It is normal components of stress. It is normal components of stress. What are those? It is sigma xx, sigma yy, and sigma zz. Then you have shear components of stress. Component, when we say, it is always a scalar. Shear component of stress is tau xy, tau say tau xy, tau yz, and tau zx, and then tau yx. Then you have tau zy, and then you have tau xz. Correct? These are the 6 shear components. Make sense? So shear stress or stress is a tensor which has 9 components. Generally this will be equal, because if you consider equilibrium, then it will be equal. If you are in a non-equilibrium state, then these two may not be equal. Okay, so if you are in equilibrium, very important, when the forces are in equilibrium. What is meant by equilibrium? Equilibrium means when there is no motion. Correct? No? Equilibrium means there is no motion. Am I right? Equilibrium of forces means that there is no motion, correct? Yes or no? No, answer is wrong. Okay. Equilibrium means there is no acceleration, correct? So very important. It is not about not being in velocity. It's because not having acceleration. Okay. So it does not accelerate. Okay. When there is no acceleration, the forces are balanced, because acceleration is caused by unbalanced forces, whether it is angular acceleration or linear acceleration. Make sense? Angular acceleration is caused by moments. Linear acceleration is caused by linear unbalanced forces. We will go to the depth. The students know how deep we go into this. Students, it's available everywhere that we don't see it. Okay. The concepts I'm telling you is not something new. This you have done in with you to see your engineering also. But I will throw light on which you would not have seen it. Okay, although it is there in front of you. Okay. My point is only to show this happens, that's it. You are anyhow intelligent. Okay. No student of mine is less intelligent than me. Okay. Now, even when you say vectors, okay, when you say vector, for example, if you say a vector, okay, for example, let us say a vector. A vector has, say, axi, we say ay, sorry, plus ayj, correct, plus ayj plus azk. Now, if you have observed that this ax, ay, az, we don't have any thing on its top. There is no cap. Okay. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮಂಡೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಇದಕ್ಕೇನಿಲ್ಲ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. So you see, ಕೂದಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. I hope most of you can understand Kannada. Okay, so bold Monday is these people. Okay, so here this is not bold Monday, it has some cap over it. Okay, so when you say a over it, a over a cap, when you have, it means it is a vector. Whereas these ax, ay, az, these are scalars. So ax, ay, az are scalar components. Very important. Ax, ay, az are scalar components. Scalar components. Okay, and then if you say I, j, k are called unit vectors, are unit vectors along axis. Make sense? Now let us see how to take unit vectors and all those things. We will see one by one. Next point, we will see vector algebra. Okay. You'll see by tomorrow only we will be doing tough questions. I may have started slow. Okay. Students, any one of you can recommend this class to any other students. Okay, this 1 week will be free of cost for everyone. Anybody can attend, but with references. Okay, because if you just put it on somebody's what is it, social media, if you use, there will be a number of people who will be coming. Okay, I don't want that. Okay, so they have to tell your reference and then they have to come. Okay. Old students have to help me in telling other students, okay, because you know how good I am. Is it not? Good we are, not I am. Okay, I'm not only one. Okay, and there's nothing to lose. You see that? There's nothing to lose. There's only thing to gain only. Okay. And most of our students are have got placed in companies directly. Okay, during our campus selections also. Okay, we have Joel who was placed. Previously, there were 2-3 other students who were placed. Okay. And like people like Gopal Pai, okay, got into Micro Bosch. Okay, and yeah, like that.
Done.
Yeah, done. Geo China.
Done.
Okay, okay, fine. Chalo, next we will see. Okay. Now let us go with vector algebra. Very vector algebra. Okay. So when you consider vector algebra, the first thing what happens is, okay, multiplication. First of all, let us understand. Okay, vector we have not understood fully. Okay. When you say vector, first of all, before going to vector algebra, let us see what is a vector still. Okay. Vector, when you say, okay, vector when you say, okay, you can say a vector is ai plus axi plus ayj plus azk, correct? So now another point here is there is something called magnitude of a vector, correct? There is something called magnitude of a vector. Magnitude of a vector comes as square root of ax square plus ay square plus az square, correct? That is a magnitude. And when you consider these things, okay, we have I, J, K, magnitude and direction we say, is it not, students? It should have direction. What is the direction? This is one question which we will see later on. What is the direction? Direction is referred with direction cosines. Okay, this direction cosines we will see later on. Okay, so what we have done, we have told what is magnitude, we have not said direction. Okay, we will see directions later on, or we can also say direction like this. Let me tell you, direction can be written as, okay, if you say direction can be written as, okay, axi plus ayj plus azk divided by square root of ax square plus ay square plus az square. Okay, this is nothing but called unit vector. Unit vector is represented by a cap, and this a cap refers to the direction. So here what we will get, this like this as ax cap plus ax cap I can say that also, ax cap I plus ay cap j plus, or let me not put it like this, it comes directly like this, students. Okay, ijk we don't put generally because ax into I we put it directly. Okay, so we put it like this, axi ax plus okay, let me put it like this. Okay, a unit vector I'll say, okay, axu I plus ayu j plus azu k. Okay, so that is our unit vector a cap. These are scalar components. Okay, this can be also referred as li plus mj plus nk. Okay, and lmn are called direction cosines. Okay, here lmn are called direction cosines. First point. Second point I want to say is, whenever you say a vector, vector can be written as vector a is equal to magnitude of a, which is given as a magnitude of a. Okay, is referred like this. So any vector a can be represented as a magnitude into a unit vector. Very important. And we know what is a magnitude and we know what is a unit vector. Correct? A magnitude comes from here. Magnitude a is this, and unit vector a comes like this. Make sense? So magnitude has both, sorry, a vector has both magnitude and direction, means this. This is magnitude, and this is direction. Direction is represented by unit vector. Make sense, students? We will see much deeper when we do direction questions. See what happens, our students, they don't go for these job interviews without preparing. Okay, and they don't know how to prepare also. Okay, the preparation comes from these basics only. Yesterday Anil was mentioning me. Anil comes in the evening classes. Okay, Anil was mentioning me that fluid mechanics, whatever I had done. Okay, he had gone for HP written test, Hindustan Petroleum written test, and there was no questions which I did not cover in the class. I did not solve questions one by one. You see, every students know, okay, that I don't take a lot of problems and solve. But any problem you take from anywhere in the world, you will be able to solve it. Okay, I told Anil, see, they cannot ask anything else. Whether it is Hindustan Petroleum or whether it is BPCL, HPCL, NAL, HAL, you take a company. They cannot ask anything else other than what is there for engineering. They cannot ask you MTech syllabus. They cannot ask you PhD syllabus, correct? They have to ask you BE syllabus. What we are doing, we are completing the whole BE syllabus. When you are strong in BE syllabus, whatever they do, whatever questions they will give, you'll be able to answer. Correct. So we are making you strong in GATE syllabus, which is almost similar to BE syllabus. Okay. So wherever you go, you will shine. Okay. Irrespective of whether you clear GATE or not, you will shine. Clear, obviously it will happen. Anybody who puts their efforts, they will clear GATE, provided they don't panic. Very important, should not panic. The moment you panic, you're gone. Dar gaya, so mar gaya. Okay, confidence has to be there, step by step working. Okay, just like say in cricket analogy I give. Okay, so if there is 300 runs to be done, okay, and you say half of the team is gone within say 100 runs and only 25 overs are done. Okay, so 25 overs you have to score 200. Okay, now if you panic at that time, you're gone. Okay, what you have to do, you have to go step by step. Okay, see what is the loose balls, start hitting the loose balls. Correct. So like that, similar way here, don't panic, simple and short. Pressure situations can be taken out only by staying calm, not by rushing. First thing we have to do is we have to keep our emotions at control. Very important. Character is that only. Character is keeping emotions in control. Character is not something which others says. Okay, like in films they say, no, not like that. Character is how you can handle pressures. Character is how you can handle failures, how you can handle success. Because both success and failures can divert you. Done, students? Tell me when it is done. Okay.
Done.
Done. Very good. Next, let us go with multiplication of a vector by a scalar. Multiplication of a vector by a scalar. Let us see that. Okay. So when we multiply a vector by a scalar, okay, what happens is you increase the size. For example, let us say a vector is equal to 5i plus 10j plus 3k. Okay, and I have a magnitude. Say m, magnitude m is or we will say a, small a, which is the magnitude, which is scalar, no cap here, is say 2. Okay, this is scalar, this is vector. Correct. So when you say a, okay, so multiplication of vector by scalar means, okay, what happens, you get A into A, which gives us 2 into 5i plus 10j plus 3k. Okay, this comes out to be 10i plus 20j plus 6k. Okay, so what is happening by doing a multiplication of a scalar a vector by a scalar? If you see here magnitude, what is the magnitude of A? Magnitude of A comes out to be, okay, square root of, for example, square root of 5 square plus 10 square plus 3 square, okay, which is equal to square root of 125 plus 9, which is that 125 plus 9 is 125 plus 9 is what? Okay, it is 134. What is square root of 134? You can see. Okay, so the answer is square root of 134. Okay, now if I consider a direction, okay, what is the direction? What is the unit vector? Unit vector is 5 divided by root 134, correct? Plus we have I, correct? I plus 10 divided by root 134, correct? J plus 3 divided by root 134 k. Make sense? Make sense, students? Okay, root 134 k. Fine. So vector, direction, magnitude and direction. Now when you multiply this by two times, what happens? Let us see. Okay, so what would be the magnitude? AA. What is AA magnitude? AA magnitude will be this square. It is all the times 2, is it not? It is 2 into square root of 134. Make sense? Why? You can see it. Okay, you have this one. You can write it as 2 into 2 square. We can take it outside, is it not? So 10 square plus 20 square, or you can say 2 square into, you can write 2 square, you can take outside 2 square into 5 square plus 10 square plus 3 square. So what comes is 2 into square root of 134, correct? What is the direction of AA? The direction of AA. Voice is breaking.
Yes, sir. And screen stuck.
Screen is stuck. Okay,
No,
maybe
sir. For me, it's fine, sir.
for you it is
It's fine.
okay.
Yes, sir, it's fine.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Fine.
So when you take AA, then the problem is with your internet, Baba. Okay. So it will happen. Don't worry. Okay. So when you consider A into A, okay, this now proper. Okay. So now when you say A into A, what happens here? We get 10 divided by 2 root 134 I plus 20 divided by 2 root 134 j plus 6 divided by 2 root 134 k. So what happens when you multiply by the magnitude? Okay, what multiply by a scalar, what happens is you increase in the magnitude but not in the direction. Okay, what happens here? It is increasing in magnitude and not in direction. Direction remains same, but the magnitude changes. Not, yeah, 6 is 3 by 134. So what happens here? So direction of A is equal to direction of AA. Makes sense? Okay, but magnitude of A is equal to twice the magnitude of AA is equal to A times magnitude of A. But is this rule correct is the question. Okay, let us see that. Okay, you don't get to say that this is 100% right. There are exceptions. Where is the exceptions? We will see. Somebody has come. Hello, just a second, 1 second, because there is a geo person who is about to come, has come. Okay. Rock Palace Hyderabad. ತೆಗೆಯಲ್ಲ Okay, students. So sometimes whenever something good happens, some small bad things has to happen, it seems. Some Vigna has to come and go. Okay.
I know.
Tell me when you're finished, students. Okay. Now, this is not a rule. Keep in mind, there are exceptions to this. Okay. This is how in an interview a person will be valid. Okay. Interviewers want to confuse you to see what is your depth. Okay. So you should not fall into these confusions. Very important.
Well,
Now let him come in. Students, I will stop it here. Okay. Let us start again at 10:30. Okay. Let us start. Sorry, 11:30 we will start. Okay.